Fingerboard wheels. You may have noticed when you buy your first set of fingerboard wheels, they are so smooth. Like, you just don't want to stop doing this because they're that smooth. But after a few months of actually using the wheels, you may start to notice that they just don't feel that good anymore. And something that I've been doing for the past 2.5 months is figuring out the best possible ways to clean your fingerboard wheels. So today I'm going over the greatest possible ways to clean your wheels. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Alex Pickering and I basically make fingerboard videos full time. But if you're not subscribed, no pressure in subscribing, but hey, it's free. You can always unsubscribe later. But yes, today I am going over the best possible ways you can possibly clean your wheels. So on my Gripsion Fingerboard Silverwood Complete, I have Illpill wheels, and these wheels are still running pretty well. So I will probably be cleaning the ones on this board today. And also because I've done so many tests on these wheels, they are pretty clean. So the wheels on this board I bought off Flat Face, and I got these wheels about a year ago, and I must say, I've put them through some stuff. Like, I have done a lot of stuff to these wheels to make them feel not very good. So today I'll be changing that and cleaning these wheels. So now time to show you guys the first method that I like to use. So this one just requires some tape, and don't worry, I'm not just cleaning the outside of the wheels, I'll also show you guys how to clean the bearings. But here's a little hack that I think that most people know, but some people might still not know this. Basically, just take some masking tape, duct tape, pretty much any type of tape, and take your wheels that have dirt on them, and basically just roll your fingerboard across the tape. These are like a type of resin wheel that's not urethane, so these actually don't really collect dirt very much. But if you're running some sort of urethane wheel, it will definitely collect the dirt way more. So this will definitely make the wheels feel like a bit smoother and definitely not have any like chunks of dirt stuck to the outside of the wheel, but you might still feel that the bearings don't feel all that nice. Now from here, you're gonna want to take the nut off of your trucks to expose the bearing of the wheel. And I will just say, before we get into cleaning, you might want to consider like buying a whole new set of bearings, because even though it will cost some money, it definitely will make your wheel pretty much brand new again if there's no damage on the actual wheel part. But that's not what this video is about, and this video is about how to clean the actual wheel and bearing. Now that you have the wheels off, this method requires some canned air. And I went over this in another video, but I'm showing it again just for this video because that was a while ago. So this is canned air, and it's kind of designed for like blowing out dust in like a gaming PC or a computer. And you can find canned air at pretty much any local hardware store. So take the wheel, hold onto it tight because this air is pretty powerful. And pretty much just blow out the bearing. So that is pretty much the simplest method that I like to clean my wheels with, and this basically blows out any sort of like hair or dust or any sort of dirt in the wheel. So now on to method 2, and I actually like to use this one a bit more than the canned air. While you're buying your canned air, also pick up some butane. This is the stuff that goes in your lighters for lighter fluid. Some people call this lighter fluid, but this actually isn't lighter fluid, this is butane. And at the end of the butane, you see this nozzle, and if you just push down on the nozzle, it kind of sprays some like butane out of it. And be careful because this stuff is pretty cold. This is basically like liquid nitrogen in a can, except for it's butane. So it's pretty much close to as cold as liquid nitrogen, except for this is flammable. Now, after you do this, your wheels are going to be pretty cold. So maybe wait for these to warm back up to temperature before you put them back on your board. And why I like this method more than the canned air method is because the air definitely like blows the dirt and stuff out, but it only does such a good job. Whereas butane is kind of like liquid air in a way, so when you put it in the bearing, it basically is like air, except for it's going in between pretty much each of the balls in the bearing, pulling out pretty much all the dirt in the bearing. So if you've done the past two methods, your wheel will definitely feel a lot better, but this method, I've tested this one numerous times, and by far this is the greatest method. Go ahead, buy yourself some rubbing alcohol. I just bought this at Walmart, and it's pretty cheap stuff. This is 99% rubbing alcohol, which is definitely like better, but it really doesn't matter what percentage you use, as long as it's above 70. Pour some of the rubbing alcohol into a little glass like this. Now take your wheels, like so, and go ahead and place them in the rubbing alcohol. Now don't worry, because this is 99% rubbing alcohol, the bearings will not rust and this won't damage the bearings at all. But don't take my word for it. It's not that I've done this like 25 times and my bearings are still fine. Something I would recommend doing before you put your wheels in the rubbing alcohol is check that your wheels don't have any sort of adhesive keeping the bearing in place. Most wheels don't, but there are that odd brand of wheel that just has like a little bit of glue holding the bearing in place, because rubbing alcohol isn't really like an acid, but it'll definitely kind of break down the glue. So I would recommend keeping your wheels in for close to 5 minutes, but not too much longer than that, not too much under 5 minutes. I do like to give the wheels a bit of a stir every couple minutes, and this is just going to help get any sort of dirt out of the bearings. So once your wheels have been in for long enough, take them out. And now you are ready for the next step. Now for this next step, try and do this pretty quickly after you take the wheels out, because you don't want the rubbing alcohol to evaporate too much. So now what you're gonna want to do is blow out the rubbing alcohol. You can either just blow it out using your mouth like that, but canned air is obviously more effective. So now your wheels went into rubbing alcohol, now they're out of rubbing alcohol, you blowed out the rubbing alcohol, so now for the next step. So what you want to do now is take some paper towel and some WD-40. If you've been living under a rock, this is WD-40. So yeah, WD-40 is a very useful tool. It's like a multi-purpose tool in a can, but it is kind of oily stuff, and this is gonna help lubricate your bearings. So line up your wheels on the paper towel folded like this, so nothing seeps through the paper towel. Next step, take your WD-40, take like the little straw valve thingy that comes with it, like this red thing on it, and you're gonna wanna use that to spray in the bearings. Now for this, you do not need very much at all, just like the tiniest little bit. Then transfer the wheels to another piece of paper towel like this, and I like to just kind of dry them as best as possible. So for the final step, we now have our WD-40 in the bearings of the wheel. So now what I like to do is do one final blast of canned air, not like a ton, but just a little bit, just to kind of get like the main part of the WD-40 out. And just like that, you have cleaned your wheels. Also, before you put your wheels back on, something I like to do is little bits of metal kind of collect on the axle of the truck. So I like to kind of just like take my fingers and just kind of wipe off that like little micro dust of metal just before I put the wheels back on, or else all the work that you just did is kind of just gonna be wasted, because then metal will get back in the bearings and you'll need to do this all over again. My camera is about to shut off in 30 seconds, so I need to race the wheels. Go, go, go. All right, 20 seconds left. All right, thanks for watching this video, but you should hit the subscribe button over there. 2 more videos down there. Just kidding. 5 seconds left to say whatever I want. These wheels are good. So there you go. That's how you clean your wheels in the greatest way you possibly can. Also, my table is kind of rough, so these wheels still don't sound good, but trust me, this does feel a whole lot smoother. So that is the go-to way to clean your wheels. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you also found this video helpful, smash the like button. Can we hit 300 likes on this video? Slipped a foot, do an instant replay. So thanks for watching this video. Make sure to follow my Discord down in the description down below. Sometimes the link is expired, but most of the time it isn't. Social media links are also in the description down below. 2 more videos over there. Subscribe button is over there. And I will see you in my next video.